News View, here for you. Hello and welcome to News View. It's Friday night in Champaign-Urbana again, and we have a top story here. An Urbana fire occurred last Friday night and put Ashley Ames, age 23, into critical condition. And this fire started on a porch on a couch porch at 4:20 a.m. It spread from the porch up a tree and inside on the second floor. And Ashley Ames was at Carle Foundation Hospital in Urbana and was airlifted, according to this, to Memorial Medical Center in Springfield. She received second and third degree burns to over 80% of her body and had smoke inhalation. Other people in the house who made it out safely include Hillary Boyder, age 21, Sarah Calarno, age 21, Kristen Segovich, 22, Kimberly Pillow, 19, William McRae, 22, Robert Hanna, 22, and Nicholas Hull, age 21. The house has now been deemed unlivable. And the doctors removed 60% of Ashley Ames' burned skin, and she will need surgeries over the coming years. And that's the top story for tonight. The next story is that AM Best Co. has rated an A-, which is excellent, to issuer credit ratings, which is a property casualty group, Horace Mann Insurance Group, and Horace Mann Life Insurance of Springfield, and IRC got the BBB and debt ratings of the parent company. Horace Mann Educators Corporation, which is headquartered in Springfield, Illinois, did very well. Horace Mann Life say that the K through 12 educators market has a strong business franchise, and BBB is on senior unsecured debt, BB plus subordinated debt, and BB is preferred stock. Now, if you want to see that, you can go to marketwatch.com and look for AM Best. I think that will work anyway. And the next story, the oil in the Gulf of Mexico. They've been trying to clean it up. They've tried burning it. They've tried wiping it down, but it keeps spreading. It's spread to Louisiana, and more oil is headed and tar to Florida. This has been a big disaster, and MMS has suspended permits for Gulf drilling no matter how deep the water is. And that is from the Washington Post. And we'll go to a break, and after the break, stay tuned for more of NewsView. And welcome back to NewsView. And our next news story is about the murder suspect in the Peru woman's murder has been arrested in Chile, according to police. And this is according to CNN Justice section. In Santiago, Chile, Joran van der Sloot, who killed a woman in Peru and was a suspect in 2005 for the disappearance of a teenager in Alabama, in Aruba, was captured Thursday in Chile, say the police. He's the main suspect in this week's slaying of Stephanie Flores Ramirez, who was found in Lima, Peru, in a hotel dead. And the room was registered to van der Sloot, who is Dutch. The paperwork shows that van der Sloot entered Chile Wednesday. He's 23 and was in a taxi alone in Vina del Mar when he was detained. TV pictures have showed him emerging from a black police vehicle at a police station. His hair, which was black, was now red. They held a wake Thursday for the girl he killed. And if you want to see more of that, just go to CNN and the Justice section of their website. And the next story is California now. Here's some news out of California. they might place a ban on plastic grocery bags. That's right. California might ban plastic bags, at least at grocery stores. And I remember in the 90s and the early 2000s, people are saying, oh, don't use paper, use plastic, because then you don't have to cut down as many trees and stuff. But now we found out that plastic is really worse because it can damage farm equipment, at least around here, probably anywhere. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, the governor of California, says he will sign the bill if it makes it through the California Senate. It passed with 41 to 27 votes, and they've been trying to get this passed for a long time now, I guess. And if you want to see more of that, look at the Chicago Tribune's website. And here, or it's probably in their paper too, I don't know. Now here, the governor of Illinois, Governor Quinn, says that the Teamsters $75,000 did not influence his veto on the union, the overhauling McPeer, which is what the union Teamsters opposed. Quinn says that, quote, all the things I've done as governor, lieutenant governor, and state treasurer, I follow my conscience. This is what he says. So he also said he's proud of what he did and has no apologies whatsoever. So if you want to look for that, you can probably find it at Chicago Press Release Services or Google News and do a search for Governor Quinn or something. Okay, in Hammond, Illinois, an industrial accident occurred, crushing an electrician to death at a Unilever plant. This was in Hammond, Illinois. The electrician was killed when he tripped and fell, causing heavy metal cover to crush him to death. The fatal accident occurred Sunday, May 23rd, 2010, around 10 a.m. in Hammond, says the Post-Tribune. The authorities say that he was 61 years old and named Steve Manguna, and he was of Kindleville or something, and he was lifting a heavy metal cover with a remote-controlled crane and somehow tripped, fell, and then the cover came crashing down on him, causing him to be crushed to death. Accident details were sketchy on Tuesday, and he was rushed to a emergency medical service healthcare center in Hammond for treatment. He was then airlifted to Loyola University Medical Center in Chicago, but tragically died on Sunday afternoon. They said his death was caused by numerous injuries resulted from the weight of the metal cover. He was a long-time employee with Unilever at that plant, and they're investigating the accident at this time. And the next story here is in Central Illinois, the theater season is now the new victim of the economic downturn. The Springfield Muni Opera is weathering the storm seemingly without difficulty, but the theater in the park at Lincoln's new Salem State Historic Site decided to reduce its season by 25%. So the economy is hurting the theater now in Illinois, at least in Springfield. And in other news, Rue McClanahan has died at the age of 76, I believe. She was the star of the Golden Girls sitcom show, and she was in I think she was in some other things too. And it's a sad day for her friend Betty White, who is 88 years old and the only remaining person from the main cast of the Golden Girls. Well, we should have some weather news, some more news, and maybe some new faces here at Newsview after this break. And now here's your Newsview weather forecast for this weekend. Friday night, a low of 63 degrees Fahrenheit with thunderstorms. As for Saturday, this weekend, a high temperature of 82 degrees Fahrenheit with thunderstorms. And a low of 64 degrees Saturday night with thunderstorms probably. And for Sunday, a high temperature of 80 degrees Fahrenheit with a chance of rain. And Sunday night, low of 58 degrees Fahrenheit with a chance of rain again. This has been your Newsview weather forecast for this weekend.
Electricity helps keep our modern lifestyle going. But if the electrical system in your house is outdated, you may be headed for trouble. Watch for these symptoms of electrical problems: replacing fuses or resetting circuit breakers frequently, switch plates, outlet covers, cords, or plugs that are warm to the touch, and cut, broken, or cracked insulation on electric wiring. If these signs are present, you need a safety inspection by a licensed inspector. For more information, visit safeelectricity.org.